Fire for them, fire for them. If you're looking for that 35 bag umbrella and all damn thing there, keep it locked with DISUNOMICS podcast.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of DISUNOMICS Monday Morning News, and let's get straight into it. So this week, crypto, people were down bad, some people were crying blood. They're opening their phone and all you're seeing is red. Hella stocks in the gutter. Loads of people can get involved in cryptos and it's good to see, but maybe not many people are aware of the volatility of such an asset class. This week we saw massive losses. So many people lost P. We saw some celebrity people talk about losing hundreds of thousands. We've seen some people losing millions. Very peak. So stay strong, people. Some people are celebrating, which I found weird, but that is what it is. So what actually happened? Why were people down bad because of cryptos? Well, people woke up on many days this week to see their cryptocurrencies down the mud, bamboozled. Cryptocurrencies have been struggling to regain their losses, and this is due to some dealings from China. So earlier in the week, so we say on Wednesday, I believe, we saw the crypto world lose 20% of its value as a deep correction hit the market. Corrections when there's a massive drop in prices. Bitcoin fell to below $32 on Wednesday. We've seen it hit highs of $60,000, sorry, while Ethereum dropped as much as 30%. So imagine you had a grand's worth of Ethereum and it dropped down to like 660. Crazy. The sector, in fact, lost about $1 trillion, which is about 820 billion euros, and that's the biggest day drop since March 2020. So we saw really mad things happen. The price of Bitcoin, of course, almost fell about a third as well. What else? Dogecoin on Friday dropped by 11%. And let's kind of get into what happened. So the news started to seep through that China was going to really crack down on cryptocurrencies. So several cryptocurrencies continued to crash on Friday. I said Doge fell by 15%, Bitcoin 11%, Ethereum 30% all on Friday. So Chinese Vice Premier Louis Hu, my Chinese people, please let me know if I pronounce that correctly, announced China will severely crack down on illegal securities activities and severely punish illegal financial activities. He also promised to crack down on Bitcoin mining as well as trading, as China wants to control all forms of financial risk. Earlier in the week, other Chinese officials via free organizations had warned that digital currencies are not real and they should not be used for purchases and could face regulatory charge changes from banks. The Chinese central bank issued a statement that saying financial institutions should not accept or deal with cryptos. So essentially similar to the DISUNOMICS update a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago, regarding Nigeria effectively banning cryptocurrencies, China is moving in a similar vein. And this is quite interesting because it follows up from a government report in Hong Kong, released on Friday, that said cryptocurrency exchanges will have to be licensed by its markets regulator. Under the new rules, which were announced after months of discussions, only professional investors with portfolios upwards of $1 million were able to use these platforms. So imagine, us the people can't get involved in this jugging, only people with $1 million already in their portfolios. Very crazy. So this is the reason why many people, let me not even think, I almost even forgot, Elon Musk. So Elon Musk tweeted, not this week, the week before, who's been an advocate for Bitcoin and Dogecoin online and socials. He essentially said, for environmental reasons and that, you won't be able to cop like Tezzies with Bitcoin, for example. And that, of course, starts to send prices downwards. And obviously the Chinese regulatory impact is also further compounded that. He seemingly has indicated that Tesla still has a big stake in Bitcoin. However, the damage is already done. And some people, the memes have been so funny, people saying that Elon owes them money or whatever you may. A lot of funny memes going on around cryptos. So that's something to definitely watch out for. Now, on a more serious note, not to say that money isn't serious, Israeli and Palestine ceasefire. So, really this is between the Israeli government and Hamas, not the Palestinian Authority. So Friday saw Israeli military and Hamas group halt after 11 days straight of very violent conflict. The USA was putting pressure on Israel on Wednesday, and Egypt helped broker this peace, which came into effect Friday at 2 a.m. This ended a period of serious airstrikes on Israeli military and artillery. At least 243 people and counting have been killed from the Palestinian side, which seems like the majority of them being civilians. 65 children, 65 fucking children have been killed. 12 people on the Israeli side have also been killed, with 11 being civilians, 2 being children. So what we're seeing is, in this conflict, the people who are suffering are civilians. This is the 4th war that's broke out between Israel and Hamas ever since Hamas took control of the Gaza region in 2007, and this has been the most damaging. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Jesus, my pronunciation is bad, said Hamas absorbed blows it wouldn't dream of. I warned that Israel will never tolerate a trickle of rockets. Whereas Khalil al-Hayya, a senior Hamas figure, this is a euphoric victory after thousands gathered the streets of Gaza. So both sides are, do you know when you've ever watched a boxing fight, not to make light of this, and 12 rounds, both fighters are holding their hands up in the air because both fighters like to believe they've won? Is almost a similar type of energy to that. Celebrations are also up in the West Bank, which is the base of Hamas's rival, the international recognized Palestinian Authority, and their Prime Minister, Mohammed Shatai, said the government will submit Israel's crimes committed against children and women to the International Criminal Court, the ICC. Well, right now people are thinking how long is this going to last, because just some quick insights of conflict. I want to do a video on this, but I want to get people from both sides, proper historians of the matter, and go into it deeply. I don't want to do a slap-bang job of something that's very complex, that's been going on since early 1900s. The issue with this is that people are how long it's going to last, because Hamas, they believe, and other groups like Hamas, or to similar mindset, believe that armed resistance is required to win back the land and rights. And Israel and Egypt have blockaded Hamas, Gaza since Hamas seized control, and they're confining 2 million people into a sliver of land. So this is why these conflicts always like to break out. I just hope that we can find a long-term solution, and the prosecution, the killing of innocent people is never okay. Never okay. And I believe the Israeli army has serious questions to be answered, and they should be punished, because you can't be out here clapping civilians, women and children. It doesn't make sense. We already know about Hamas, and they need to be severely punished, but I don't think enough is being made of Israeli military's tactics in this. I don't mean to be controversial, but it's what it is. Now, finally, on a lighter note, the EU holidays are back. So, earlier, the European Commission have been trying to push for, loosening of the laws regarding international travel. And on Wednesday, all ambassadors from all 27 member states agreed to the EU's, to the European Commission's policy. This is to ease travel restrictions on non-EU visitors ahead of the summer tourist season. So obviously that includes us, because we left the EU on January 31st, as well as United States and other countries. So what's happening is that the EC proposal to loosen the requirement that determines safe countries has been met, as well as to letting fully vaccinated tourists from elsewhere. The US, people from the US, they don't quite meet the criteria in terms of the loosening of the criteria. However, if you are from the US and you're fully vaccinated, you will be allowed to come and holiday here. They amended their previous amendments were 25 new cases per 100,000 for any country within the last 14 days. 25 and above, people from your country, you can't cut through. However, they've increased this to 75 cases per every 100,000 people in your country within the last 14 days, then you can come in. People should also if you have been vaccinated, you can't come into the EU unless your final dosage was 14 days and greater before you fly. So yeah, that's it. Please let me know your thoughts on the Hamas and Israeli conflict, your thoughts on the EU vaccination. Are you a fan of these kind of vaccine passport type rules? And let me know your thoughts on crypto. Until next week, peace and blessings.